I'll try to blow this up as much as possible. Just worry about the diagram. All right, just worry about getting the diagram down, then I'll tell you what I'm looking for. Everyone see that? I need to blow it up a little more. We all good? Don't worry about the directions on top. Just worry about, you guys can see what's in the diagram. The right angles are in there, 15 and 16. It's going to be a two-part question for us to solve. Okay, everyone ready? My first question in part A will be to you, find segment JG. That's my first question, find JG. All right, let's open this up. Based on the diagram alone, what type of question is this? This is Hills and Sass. Identify that tomorrow. All right. This gets me so fired up. Do not just start putting in 45s, 30s, 60s. You cannot prove that to me. If it's not there, don't put them in. You guys were pretty confident when you told me it's Hills Sass. You're correct. JG is what in a Hills Sass problem? That's a segment. S, segment. All right, so I would have two choices. I got an S in Sass and I got S's in Hills. But if I'm going to choose Sass, what do I also need? Don't know a darn thing about it. So this is going to be a what? Hills. Are we okay there? I have no idea about the altitude, so why am I going to bother with Sass? All right, hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Okay, I get it. I don't know a number value for it, but what segment up here is the hypotenuse in Hills and Sass? Name the segment. GF is the hypotenuse in Hills. How long is it? X plus 16. All right, you don't have a number value, but at least you can label it with an X, and you don't have to introduce a new variable. The L in Hills, leg. Is a leg labeled for you in this diagram? What is it? 15. What do we know about the legs in Hills? They're the mean, so they're the same. 15. And what's this S for? Segment. Specifically what, though? You got two segments. Segment adjacent to the leg of 15, which would be X or 16. All right, there we go. Everyone good there? Okay, cross multiply. X times X plus 16 is equal to 225. And yeah, you're going to see what you're going to have to do here. This is why I picked it, because you might have to do it tomorrow. X squared plus 16x equals 225. What am I looking at here? Going to have to factor probably, because I see an x squared. All right, can't factor unless I do what, though? Get everything equal to 0. So let's move the 225 over. X squared plus 16x minus 225 is equal to 0. I'll give you formula sheets tomorrow. That's fine. I'll give you formula sheets if you want to use quadratic formula to solve it. We don't have time to bust those out right now, so try to find two numbers that multiply to 225 but are 16 apart. Play around in your calculator. Don't let somebody else do it for you. You do it now. You never know what the numbers will be tomorrow. Bless you. Find those numbers. They are 9 and 25 and 9. What do the signs have to be to get a 16, positive 16? Plus 25 minus 9. So we get x equals 9, x equals negative 25. Anybody want to talk to me here? It's a diagram. I can't have a negative side length, so goodbye to negative 25. So x is 9. I am going to ask you to factor tomorrow. You will have to factor. Part B. Find the length of HJ now. Find HJ. I don't want to go over one option. I want to go over all of them. I want to go over all my options to find HJ because there's more than one option. One option I have. SAS now. How can I use hills? HJ is an altitude. HJ is an altitude. Hills is definitely out of the question. SAS is an option. Pythagorean theorem is an option. And even if you just totally, you can really go out of control. What type of triangle is this right here? It's a right triangle, right? So I guess technically you could find one of the angles using sine, cosine, tangent, and then do sine, cosine, tangent again to find. I'm just saying. I'm looking at all the options for you tomorrow. Okay, you got a ton of power going into this tomorrow if you know your stuff. Pythag or SAS, what are we thinking? Or how about you just do it the way you want? Because that's your choice you're going to get tomorrow. We're not taking a class test tomorrow. So your choice right now. Pythag or SAS, your choice. No. 144? Yeah. So Pythag or SAS, you still end up with the 12 spot. All right, be ready to factor tomorrow. I think definitely one hills and SAS I can remember. Maybe a second one at the end of the test. But I don't want to say hill SAS because you may have other options you want to do instead. So anything here? What? You done? Other questions? All right, I told you to leave your Regents exam out. Here we go. Big dog, 34. Great review problem right here. Getting ready for tomorrow. And by doing this right now, we're actually eliminating a review problem for next week. So there you go. We're reviewing for a test and eliminating a homework problem for next week. Look at this. Got some stairs, little ramp. Each step is 6 inches tall and 8 inches deep. If the angle of elevation, all right, well, where are we going to put this bad boy? On the 4.76. Looking down or looking up? Ground up. So we should be putting the 4.76 right here. Determine and state the length of the ramp to the nearest tenth of a foot. Ready? Length of the ramp. There it is. Does anybody see the right triangle we're going to work with? Hey, it's not here. It's not this whole diagram because look where the ramp ends. Right there. So we're actually going to work with this right triangle. Everyone see that? All right. I can't work with the entire thing. That when finding the hypotenuse would be more than the ramp's length. All right, ready? 4.76. What's the ramp acting as? Opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent. That should be the hypotenuse in this right triangle. Can you find this side of the right triangle? How? I got 6, a 6, a 6, a total of 18, which would act as what side? Opposite side, all right. So if I have the opposite side and I have the hypotenuse side, I can use sine. Nice. Sine of 4.76 equal to opposite 18 over hypotenuse. I'll call it H. I also just want to point out you could use law of sines here and say 18 over the sine of 4.76 equals H over sine of 90. You could also use law of sines here. And what do we ended up getting out here? 216.9141463. We cross multiply, all right? Let me know, anybody? Because we're all wrong. Why don't you calm down back there, Hood Thug Life? All right? We're all wrong. We're all wrong. Ready? Reading, yes. Little details. The diagram is in inches. I asked for the nearest tenth of a foot. So right now, our answer is in inches. So now I have to take this and divide by 12. Yep, tricky, tricky. No, I did get you. There's no almost there. Divide by 12, now to the nearest tenth of a foot, 18.1. Yep, yep. And it's going to get even trickier now. Everyone ready? Next up, determine, again, nearest tenth of a foot. All right, so we're going to have to convert at the end. That's fine. The horizontal distance, D, from the bottom of the stairs, from the, let's say, bottom of the stairs to the bottom of the ramp. All right, so that distance, D. All right, you tell me. There's so many ways we could get to it. We just found the hypotenuse. We could keep with using the 4.76 and the 18, and I don't know. There's so many ways we could do this. I could bust out a law of sines if I felt like it. Can we just, I'm just going to stay, I always like to say whatever I did in part A, I like to keep it. So I'm going to use 4.76 again. I got the opposite side, but now I'm looking for the adjacent side. So now I wouldn't use sine, I would use tangent. Yep. And whatever you feel comfortable with tomorrow. We could have done Pythag. We could have done law of sines. So tangent 4.76 is equal to opposite 18 over adjacent. Well, actually, I should probably call that D here, huh? Going to catch some more of you here. How's our answer here look? But that's in what units? Inches, right? So we still have to divide by 12. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for feet. Everyone all right? What, my calculations aren't right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't say a word. You're right. This is incorrect. That's incorrect. That's not D. Take a look at the diagram, everyone. Take a look. That's not D. What is that? That's ready. Boom. That's that length right there. That's the adjacent side in that right triangle. That's not length D. So what am I going to have to do to my answer? Subtract out 8? Just subtract out 18? I'm sorry, just subtract out 8? No. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're getting nuts here. Everyone stop. Everyone see what we just solved for. Okay. Here's the thing, though. You want to subtract out a 16, you better not subtract it from this. Because then you're going to tell me it's 2 feet. You want to subtract 16 from what? When it's still in inches. Before I divide. Everyone see that? Because if you subtract, now you're subtracting feet from inches, and that's not going to, unless you want to convert 16 into feet. You could do it then. All right, but does everyone see? If you're going to subtract the 16 inches, we have to subtract it from the inches. That's why I picked this one. It's a beast. So minus 16. So 200.1660169. Now you can divide that by 12 and to the nearest foot. Was it nearest tenth of a foot again? 16.7 feet. Whew. Okay, look, I'm going to be honest with you because that may have freaked some of you out. I'm going to keep it all the same units tomorrow. Okay, we'll worry about it when Regents time comes along, but something like noticing that that's going to be 18, and if I ask for D, that I do have to subtract off something from it, that's a fair game tomorrow, absolutely. All right, but I'm not going to have you convert back and forth tomorrow. All right, you got you got other things to worry about. We okay with that one, though? I thought that was a great question, considering it just wasn't a straightforward right triangle question. All good there. You're going to bring your A game tomorrow. Yes, no? Again, look over your quizzes. I know it may be tough to look at for some of you, but don't make the same mistake twice. Do I know how to do this now? Do I not know how to do this? All right, I'm here after school today. You guys have choices. You can do the review problems in your packet, or you can continue on with the textbook work we did yesterday in class. All right, but you're doing something until the bell rings. I'm no packing up early here. You can get on Aspen, look at my work if you're interested on how to see how I did some of the stuff. Let's get going either way. Let's get reviewing. Stay where you are. Just inverse a sine. So finding an angle, you mean? Whether it's sine, cosine, tangent?